everybody. Back to an old show, I suppose, that we tried to do.
Jackson, what is this a book in my hand?
That's a book in your hand.
Oh
Can you
God.
believe that? Can you believe I have one too?
What is this? We have books in our hands. What are we doing, Jackson?
We're doing they can't hear like that. We're doing the return of Books and Baggins.
With the return of the Two Towers.
With the Two Towers.
Yeah, we're finally getting onto the Two Towers, and I got
Yeah.
the Legolas version right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's actually that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I got the old version of the Two Towers,
Yes.
which is, I think that's his actual painting that he did for the book covers. This one, not that one, because he wasn't alive when that happened. So
That's fair. Yeah.
yeah, we're back to Books and Baggins.
Books and Baggins
has been a long time since we did
back.
it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, I haven't gone through a book
In a while.
Yeah, in quite a while now. Not since Books and... Oh, no, that's not true. I was reading a little bit.
Yeah.
On and off.
So this is the 1965 edition.
This is the...
Probably the 2003 edition or something. I don't know.
This is the...
Let's see.
1966
no,
edition.
No, it's not.
This is the...
It has Legolas on the front.
1950...
We'll see. We'll get to that later.
I haven't worked a book in a minute.
I know. Okay,
This
so
is
do you remember how the show kind of like works out?
No.
Do you remember?
It's been longer
You're
than
really
I
like,
forget.
oh, contents.
Like,
this is so cool. A book.
Something in front of me that I can read? Oh, God.
So
you gave me too much power.
Basically, how Books and Baggins works is that we go through the chapters one at a time. We give kind of like a summary of like what happens throughout the chapter. We highlight some stuff that we liked about some cool moments in the chapter, some dialogues or scenes or whatever, and then we compare it to how well the movies did it. Because we've both seen the movies plenty of times, so we kind of give it a little comparison at the end, and yeah, and that's pretty much it.
That's our episode, you guys.
See ya. Just kidding. Okay, so first chapter is called The Departure of Boromir. Yeah.
All right, let's get
right
into it.
Do you think you could give a
this is where I get the summary.
Yep. You remember this now?
I remember this now, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember what happens in this chapter? Do you remember how it begins?
So it starts with one ring to rule them all. No, I was listening to the audiobook version of this. I didn't have the book earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
And it was with Andy Serkis.
Which...
Amazing.
Yeah.
Enough said.
His narrations are superb.
Yeah, and as best as I can recall, because this was like early in the morning when I listened to this episode, this chapter. Essentially, we are going to pick up right where we left off
From
in Fellowship.
Mm-hmm.
And the
battle at Amon Hen. Yeah.
Amon Hen?
Yeah.
Okay. So Frodo is like fucking off right now with Sam in pursuit.
Do you remember how it starts exactly?
With Aragorn's perspective, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
There you go.
So
you remember. Right.
Yeah. Aragorn's basically like, what the fuck is going on? Because he was basically going off to like brood, essentially. Kinda. Just a moment to himself.
Yeah.
And then he hears like the horn of Gondor.
Yeah.
And he's following the source. He's like, oh shit, Boromir? What's going on, Boromir? Then he sees like a bunch of dead orcs and him posted up.
Yeah. Gets
like fucking impaled by arrows with like 20 or so orcs, and his horns like cloven in two. That was a line in there.
Yeah, good job.
And Boromir's like, I fucked up. I tried to take the ring. Aragorn's like, holy shit, what the fuck happened?
He's like,
what? Like a lot. It's a lot going on at once.
All at one time.
Basically, Boromir's saying like, oh.
Toby's making a racket.
Toby's making a racket. But essentially Boromir's like, yeah, man, I fucked up. I tried to take the ring from Frodo. And now I don't know what happened to him. I fought all these orcs. I'm dying, man. Aragorn's like, oh, fuck, dude. Do you know what happened to the other ones? What happened to Merry and Pippin? They're like, I think the orcs took him, man. I really fucked up. I think I really scared Frodo. And then he's like literally like dying. And Aragorn's like, man, where's Frodo? Where's Frodo? He's dead. He's dead. He's like, fuck.
No, come on.
God damn it! Why did I ask that first?
The answer was right there.
Why couldn't you live 2 minutes longer?
Why did you get like 5 arrows pierced in you? Why did you do that? What?
All these arrows and you couldn't last 2 more minutes. Fuck. So
rated R version of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, right. My version.
Your version.
Abridged version.
The vulgar Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Vulgar.
The vulgar of the rings.
Sounds kind of nasty.
It does.
That's the point.
Yes.
Anyway, so what happens after that?
Gimli and Legolas eventually catch up, and they're like, "Yeah, man, we tried to help out, but like there was literally so many orcs, we were like killing all of them. Like I'm all out of arrows, dude." Mm-hmm. And Gimli's like, "Yeah, man,
I'm tired.
I'm tired, bro. I'm tired, Bob.
I'm tired, bro. Can I stop swinging my axe for 2 seconds?" No! We have to hunt now.
Yeah, essentially they're like, all right, we need to make up our minds on what to do. Yeah. Aragorn's just like having like, man, I'm a terrible leader. Like a whole, like, I can't do this leadership thing right because like everything I've said that we should do has gone badly.
It's gone from
bad
to worse.
To worse. To now dead.
To dead.
To dead friend here.
A literal dead friend.
Literal dead friend here. So we're gonna
CNBN.
We're gonna
get up.
Yeah. CNBN never gets up after he's dead.
Nope.
Essentially, they're like, okay, we got to make up our minds as to what we're gonna need to do because Frodo's fucking off.
Yep.
Sam is following him. They basically found like tracks of and saw like, okay, Sam, because like Aragorn said, like Sam, follow me when like the horn was blasting because like he ran into Sam and shit on the way. And Sam didn't follow Aragorn. He's like, no, I'm gonna follow Frodo.
Yeah.
Because
he knew Frodo was gonna.
Because he knew Frodo was like about to like dip out, essentially.
Yeah. They actually end up finding some of the what did they say? Tokens. There you go.
Oh, of the Uruk-hai?
No, of the hobbits.
Oh, that was. Yeah, I remember tokens. Yeah, because I don't know why in my head I was thinking Uruk-hai. But
yeah.
Movies.
Well, they were taken by them, yes.
Yeah, they were taken by them.
Yeah.
And Merry and Pippin.
Yeah. So he was like, oh, so they're not dead, but they're just captured.
They're just captured. Yeah, essentially we get to see, like, Detective Aragorn go to work, piecing together, like, the chain of events that, like, got them to where they're all at right now. And so he's like, okay, Merry and Pippin taken by orcs.
Yep.
Frodo and Sam fucking off right now. And we have a dead Boromir.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Okay, we're going to go take care of Boromir, make sure he has like a proper burial. We're not going to bury him, that takes too long. Put him on a boat, send him down the stream. Yeah. Now we're going to drop a really good mixtape. Everybody drop a beat, and he basically just goes into like a full-on rap.
I was going to say, Aragorn and Legolas have a rap battle.
Yeah, have a whole rap. Not even a rap battle. It's like a whole homage to Boromir. It's literally just like a whole homage, and they just basically drop like a sick track.
Yeah. It's like what they do when Gandalf falls in Moria.
They
sing
essentially.
a long song about it.
The
dead men tell no tales.
This is like the Dead Men album.
It's gonna drop him dead. Album. Just watch.
Yeah. It's gonna knock him dead. But yes, they basically finished laying out a track.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right,
like, that was good.
That was good.
We gotta go into a studio
now. And now we're gonna need to figure out what we're gonna do because we just lost mad precious times doing all this. Essentially,
precious time.
Precious time.
That's good.
Yeah. Good. Mad precious time.
Okay.
Coming up with this song, and basically letting Merry and Pippin get taken away by orcs while Frodo is, away.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're going to go and save Merry and Pippin. So now we're going to hunt some orc.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially. And they basically, line for line, movie and book. Will not abandon Merry and Pippin to their fate. Not while there's still strength.
Mm-hmm.
While we still have strength or something.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Yeah.
And that's the end of
That's
the chapter.
pretty much that. Yeah.
It's a short chapter to start the book with.
Yeah.
I feel like, but
It basically
it's-
gets you started.
Yeah, it's just like, ooh, action.
They're
Okay.
like, oh, dead. Another dead. Oh God, he's dead. Oh God.
So first Gandalf, now Boromir.
yeah.
Who's next?
Nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe.
Game of Thrones.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Which
yeah.
apparently one of George R.R. Martin's side thing.
Yeah.
Main inspirations for like killing off a lot of his characters, which he's like infamously known for, was the first death of Gandalf when he was reading Lord of the Rings.
Huh, really?
And after that, he's just like, if you can do that in the first book, could I do that
In all the books?
a lot more times and still get the same effect? Yeah.
Yes, you
Oh,
can.
God, he did.
Well, it's a genre called fantasy.
Yeah.
So you could probably do whatever you want.
Yeah, and he did.
That's the point of fantasy in fiction.
But yeah,
make up a story.
Boromir's dead.
Boromir has died.
Yeah.
And that's chapter 1.
D-E-D.
Dead. He went to
Died.
the halls of Mondos. Just kidding. He doesn't go there. That's where the elves go in the afterlife.
That's
Anyway.
quite the upgrade, honestly.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, Sean Bean deserves it, okay?
He probably is
Yeah.
there. He's probably living it up in Valinor with the Valar.
Obviously, that's what's going on.
Obviously, because he tried to take the ring. So, he's redeemable.
Look, he's redeemable. He fought like 20 orcs and took like
Yeah.
3 arrows to the chest.
Yeah,
earned it.
for a couple of hobbits.
He earned it.
Yeah. Okay.
He fucked up, but then he redeemed himself.
Redemption arc.
Yeah, redemption arc in the scorn of like one scene.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to read the first paragraph, which is, I don't know, just feel like it's nice to do. Just because it's fun. You ready? Okay, read it now. Can you read it? Can you read? Starts with
Shut the fuck up.
Aragorn. Sped on up the hill. Yeah, you see
I
that?
forgot the smell of old book.
Every now and then, he bent to the ground. Hobbits go light, and their footprints are not easy even for a ranger to read. Read? That's what we're doing. But not far from the top, a spring crossed the path, and in the wet earth he saw what he was seeking. I read the signs aright, he said to himself. Frodo ran to the hilltop. I wonder what he saw there. But he returned by the same way and went down the hill again. And then off they go to go find him. On a mission.
And I
And
will
then,
read the last sentence of the chapter.
Well, not yet. So this is what happens with the Horn of Gondor here. So, this is Aragorn. He stiffened. There were cries, and among them, to his horror, he could distinguish the harsh voices of orcs. Then suddenly, with a deep-throated call, a great horn blew, and the blast of it smote the hills and echoed in the hollows, rising in a mighty shout above the roaring of the falls. The Horn of Boromir, he cried. He is in need. And then he goes and tries to save Boromir, but that doesn't work.
Because he's dead.
Because later it says here,
He couldn't save Boromir because he died.
because he was almost dead, and then he died.
No, because Boromir died.
And then he came back and,
It's like, wait,
wait, I forgot to tell you.
how fucked up? Like, if you're on the boat, and then you're like,
Oh no.
wait, guys!
Like the water refreshes him, he's like, oh, I feel life now. Wait.
Nah, man, make sure I'm dead. You make sure I'm dead before you send me into a fucking...
Just take that sword and just
plant,
do it.
Plant it in there.
Just
make sure.
do it.
Yeah. Make it look like I did it to myself if you have to, man.
Well, because, so, this is kind of how he finds Boromir. It says, a mile maybe from Parthgallen, in a little glade not far from the lake, he found Boromir. He was sitting with his back to a tree, as if he was resting. But Aragorn saw that he was pierced with many black-feathered arrows. His sword was still in his hand, but it was broken near the hilt. His horn, cloven in two, was at his side. Many orcs lay slain, piled all about him and at his feet.
So at least 20.
At least 33.
Oddly specific.
Yes.
I wonder if Tolkien is drawing from an experience here.
Right. Totally not the war.
Which one?
Which one? I wonder. Yeah, I just kind of like reading like the descriptions. I suppose is fun. What else does he say? In Boromir, he says, at its as at last slow words came. There you go. I tried to take the ring from Frodo, he said. I am sorry. I have paid. His glance strayed to his fallen enemies. 20, at least, lay there. See, not 33. I was just kidding with that.
He lied to us.
They have gone, the halfling.
He's tricksy.
Baggins! The orcs have taken them. I think they are not dead. Orcs bound them. He paused and his eyes closed wearily. After a moment, he spoke again. Farewell, Aragorn.
Go to Minas Tirith and save my people. Well,
I have failed.
yeah, then dies.
X's over his eyes.
A little skull appears.
Yeah. Leaves his body.
Continue. Yes, no.
Yes, no. Aragorn reaches. No.
No, this is as far as you go. But...
Sorry, you couldn't even defeat 20 orcs. Come on.
I don't got 50 cents. Anybody?
Give me. Where are you? Legolas. Toss me a coin. No.
You really do me like that in the arcades, bro.
Actually, yeah.
Like,
please, come on.
Somebody.
I need a coin. Everybody's like, ha, you're broke. This is like, I know. Funny. And then another point here. So this is kind of like the point in the episode where we're going throughout the book and reading off what, cool stuff that is found throughout the chapter, I feel like. I don't know if you have any specific moments or scenes that you remember distinctly. Like this one is the when they find the tokens, when they're searching the bodies of the orcs, and Aragorn says, "See, here we find tokens." He picked out from the pile of grim weapons 2 knives, leaf-bladed, damasked in gold and red. And searching further, he found also the sheaths, black, set with small red gems. So it's pretty much their swords. And their sheaths. Because the orcs are like, we can't have knives around here. And he tosses them.
They're like, well, this is elf stuff, and we don't like the elves.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah, they're racists.
Against the elves, which is funny.
The elves are also racist.
Yeah,
so it's just a cycle.
It is.
It's a cycle of racism, you guys.
Throughout the whole of
Break
Middle
the
Earth.
wheels. Interbreed.
Oh, jeez.
Interspecies exchange.
Yikes. Woo! Okay. Well, you already saw what Saruman did with elves and orcs.
Yeah.
That's not a good combination.
And just, he was growing them.
That's not good.
Right out the earth.
No. Right out of the mud.
Just a bunch of little harlequin babies.
Surprise, I'm a murderer!
Straight up.
Like, Saruman's like,
Yes,
you are my captain
this
right
one
now.
Will do.
He is the chosen one.
I make you the chosen.
Oh, yeah. You get the special chalk.
Yeah.
It's permanent.
Yep.
Wow.
Never leaves your body.
Yep. That'd be kind of funny, actually. And then also a little thing that they actually don't include in the film is that Aragorn recognizes that there's not all the orcs are not from Mordor, because he says,
yeah.
Here lie many that are not folk of Mordor. Some are from the north, from the Misty Mountains, if I know anything of orcs and their kinds. And here are others strange to me. Their gear is not after the manner of orcs at all, because there were 4 goblin soldiers of greater stature, swart slant-eyed with thick legs and large hands. They were armed with short, broad-bladed swords, not with the curved scimitars usually with orcs, and they had bows of yew in length and shape like the bows of men. Upon their shields they bore a strange device, a small white hand in the center of a black field. On the front of their iron helms was set an S-rune, wrought of some white metal. So basically they're like, this isn't Sauron, because, his orcs are kind of, they're different than these guys. Because these guys are the process of elves and orcs coming together.
These are processed
terrifying. Processed elves. Yep.
Processed elves and orcs, essentially.
Pretty much. So eventually they're like, it's not the Red Eye of Barad-dûr, so it's probably Saruman, because he betrayed us all. So
yeah. So who else has the power and knowledge to do something like this?
Pretty much. Yeah. It's just like, who betrayed us? Yeah, Saruman. Okay. What else does he have? He has like a bunch of lore and knowledge and wisdom and.
Yeah.
he's evil enough to cross.
This was a nice little chapter of Detective Aragorn.
What?
Aragorn.
Detective Aragorn?
Detective Aragorn.
Yep. Basically, he is.
Yeah.
He is to flex his ranger skills, pretty much. All the tracking and the, like, hey, I've seen this before, but I haven't seen this before, and put two and two together, Saruman.
If this and this don't add up, then that must mean because of this. Yeah.
That's
now
the
it all
answer.
makes sense.
And then they do the rap battles, which is
The 2-page rap
two
battle.
pages of song, which is I think is still pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to read them because it's a long time. So
It's 2 pages.
Because the funny thing is, that's what I do in my Tolkien podcast. I literally read
The whole thing?
everything.
Oh, wow.
Literally everything. Every word, chapter, and then I give summaries.
What is the name of your Tolkien podcast?
Exploring Arda.
Exploring Arda, you guys. Check it out.
I just finished reading The Silmarillion.
You finished it.
Yeah.
It's done.
Along with other books. So,
The Silmarillion.
yeah. This is everything except for Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. So this is my loophole.
Yeah. To get that out of the way.
And like, wait, so if I can't read Lord of the Rings on my show, I can read Lord of the Rings
On another
our
show.
So I get to, because
Continue.
I've been wanting to read Lord of the Rings again ever since I started the podcast. I'm like, but I can't. That's the whole premise of the show.
Exploring Arda. You can't even read the canon. Like the main.
The main series, stupid.
Idiot.
And then this is another point where Aragorn knows that Sam goes with Frodo, because here. Okay, so Aragorn did not answer at once, but went back to the camping place and looked at the baggage. 2 packs are missing, and one is certainly Sam's. It was rather large and heavy. This then is the answer. Frodo has gone by boat, and his servant has gone with him. Frodo must have returned while we were away. I met Sam going up the hill and told him to follow me, but plainly he did not do so. He guessed his master's mind and came back here before Frodo had gone. He did not find it easy to leave Sam behind. So, that's where he's just like, well, Merry and Pippin are gone, and Sam, well, he has his heavy pack, and he's gone with Frodo because there's one less boat.
Yeah, he's just going all kaplank, 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 kaplank with all the pots and pans.
You can't swim!
Yeah.
Which was a cool scene at the end of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I love that scene. Yeah,
It was really good.
Fellowship.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It was also kind of one of those moments where you're like, God damn, Frodo literally just abandoned him to drown, and he's like, oh no, he's there.
But he's just like, oh,
Yeah.
he actually is
Yeah.
drowning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's literally gonna die.
Yes. Like, I can't do that. Like, I'm not the best guy, but I'm not evil.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
And then the last paragraph here, just because it's the end of the chapter, says, like a deer, he sprang away.
Like a stone.
Through the trees he sped. Through the trees!
Yes.
There you go.
Said Aragorn.
Said Aragorn. Ha-ha! Forth the 3 hunters! Wait, okay, I'm going to read this last dialogue with Aragorn, but with Kermit.
Oh God.
It's Kermit's return.
I got a video.
It's the departure of Boromir and the arrival of Kermit.
I got a video to show you about Kermit that I've been thinking about for a while, and I was like, I gotta show Jackson this one.
Yes, said Aragorn. We shall all need the endurance of dwarves. But come, with hope or without hope, we will follow the trail of our enemies. And woe to them, if we prove the swifter. We will make such a chase as shall be accounted a marvel among the 3 kindreds. Elves, dwarves, and men. Forth the 3 hunters. Yep.
So what's
Like a deer, he sprang away. Through the chase he sped. On and on he led them, tireless and swift, now that his mind was at last made up. The woods about the lake they left behind. Long slopes they climbed, dark, hard-edged against the sky, already red with sunset.
Dusk came.
Dusk came. They passed away. Gray shadows in a stony land. Period.
I just wanted to say dusk came.
Dusk came. Oh, Dusk, what'd you do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Hey, shouldn't you be running?
Right. It's actually in the sky. You just see a mysterious cloud.
Series of clouds.
Like, what happened? Dusk came.
A red sun rises.
The red sun rises. Blood has been spilled this night.
Oh my god.
But whose blood? I don't know.
I cannot say.
I cannot say. It lingers here for too long. Oh,
Orlando
funny.
Bloom.
Orlando Bloom, everybody. All right, that's the end of chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
So now we go into like the comparisons between the book and the movie. So how well did the film portray the departure of Boromir?
Honestly, the main points pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We lost the rap battle, but we gained
Yeah.
a really touching scene with Sean Bean and Viggo Mortensen.
Mm-hmm. That's
So-
true. And Orlando Bloom.
He got to like look sad in that one scene,
And John Rhys Davies.
and he just
That's
got
Gimli.
to be Gimli in that one scene. Like he didn't really get to look too sad. We kind of mainly focused on
On CNBN.
yeah,
Yeah.
my favorite BN.
Yeah, I just love the way that they portrayed the whole battle scene and his death, and like every Lord of the Rings fan, it's always a sad thing, a sad scene to see.
Oh yeah,
A lot of S's there.
yeah.
Sad scene to see. Very sorrowful.
So sad.
So sorrowful and sad.
Yeah.
Sassafras.
Sarsaparilla.
Anyway, and then the whole thing of them like knowing that Merry and Pippin have been captured is
And are alive.
kind of the same a little bit, where they're like, well, okay, that they figured that the boats are gone.
It's like it's like in the sense of like looking at more through their eyes in the book than actually just being as an audience member
Yeah.
in the movies, like seeing what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So like out of like a 1 out of 10 rating, how well did the film portray this chapter specifically?
I'd give it an 8.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty good.
I was gonna give it a 9.
Oh really?
Yeah, I love the last. scene
There's
of
no
Fel-
rap battle.
I know. That's why I give it a 9. It's not a perfect.
That's why it's an 8, because
portrayal.
that's 2 people that we didn't get to see rap
Oh
battle.
yeah, that's true. You think I'm sad? Just watch. I'm more sad
I'm more
than you.
sad than you.
And then Aragorn's like,
Gimli's just there like refereeing.
good line, good line.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
what?
Yeah.
Just every time they do a line,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. He just gets to hype each other up.
It is kind of funny though, because Aragorn's like, oh, I'll sing a little sorrowful song, and Legolas is like,
I got
time
some.
has come.
I got
And then-
some for you. Watch. Drop the beat, Gimli.
yeah. And then Aragorn's just like, oh, okay. You want to go like that? All right. I'll make it the last line here.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta come up with some rebuttals, man.
Yeah. Yeah, overall, first good chapter, I feel like.
A really good, strong first chapter, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then we continue their hunt, I think, on chapter 2, which is the Riders
Electric
of Rohan.
Boogaloo? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that too,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. But yeah, instead of dusk came, it's dusk deepened.
Oh, God.
Deepened.
Into where?
That's the mystery,
Yeah.
because you'll have to stay tuned for the next episode to see where dusk has deepened.
If you were to have, like, the Muppets version be made where, like, Kermit's Aragorn, right? So, who are the other...
I can't think of all those
Because
characters.
clearly Animal is Gimli.
Yeah, that's true.
Either that or, in a funny way, I think Rizzo.
I always thought Kermit would be Frodo.
Really?
Yeah, just something about him. I don't know. I always thought he'd be Frodo.
That could make sense.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't know.
if in that sense, I could kind of see Rizzo and Gonzo as Frodo and Sam.
Actually, yeah, a little bit.
You know? Because
Okay.
I mean, because you
'Cause they're
got
always
to pair,
together.
you got to pair Kermit with somebody. Like, who else would you pair him with? Like Miss Piggy? No,
No.
That's why I feel like if Kermit
so-
is Aragorn.
So Kermit has to be Sam because Rosie Cotton.
No. If Kermit is Aragorn,
Yeah.
Miss Piggy is Arwen.
No. Oh no. That's terrible.
It makes sense
But
when you
it's
think
kind of
about
funny.
it.
It is kind of funny.
Well, I'm just struggling with like who would be Gandalf, Legolas.
Yeah, Gandalf. I don't know. Who Gandalf
Yeah,
is.
that's a tough one. Like I don't know too much Muppet lore.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I haven't seen much of it.
yeah.
But,
Swedish Chef maybe.
Swedish. Gandalf. What was to do? Oh, thank you.
Actually, I don't hate it. I kind of like it.
It'd be kind of funny if
I'm
it
just
was,
thinking of like all those like intense, like awesome dialogue moments that Gandalf has, and it's just Swedish stuff giving like all
the Balrog
speech.
just like boom, boom, and then he's just like.
I kind of like it. I'm into it. Plus, he already has like the floppy hat anyway, so like it kind of works.
My goodness.
Yeah. This is our first episode back.
And since it's the Two Towers, I suppose, when he goes and like saves Theoden from his possession, you know how he's just like he's like hearken to me. He's like with his staff, and he's just like trying to coax Saruman's spirit. He's like.
Either him or like I don't know, maybe like the two scientists.
Okay,
because you could kind of have like a Saruman.
What about the guy that goes like that? The tall head guy.
Exactly. Oh, if you have Swedish Seven, him and
that's Merry and Pippin. Oh, that would be fun because it makes sense. They just go. But I thought Elrond would be so funny with the scientist.
I feel like it has to be like one of those two cranky old men. Have to be some elves or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
Because they got enough to like just talk to shit about like some. Yeah.
What's this fellowship doing, the young whippersnappers? Oh. They can't destroy the ring. Go to Mordor.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Anyway.
If only.
Who knows? It might be out there.
It might be. I don't know.
It might be. Lord of the Muppets.
The Muppet of the Ring. Yeah.
The Fellowship of the Muppets. The Two Muppets and the Return of the Muppet.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, we have derailed this episode.
Yeah.
So.
That was my whole point of that question.
Just
That's my contribution.
This is our return episode to Books and Baggins. Yeah, interesting. We'll see how the rest of the book goes.
Mm-hmm.
But
until then,
stay
hasta
tuned
la
for
vista.
another episode of Books and Baggins.
Bye.
See ya later.